The challenges, sadnesses and consequences of the pandemic have been very dark for some, but there have been some glimmers of light and hope in that darkness. In recent months there have been a Sabbath rest for the natural world, less pollution, more birdsong, more attention to the garden and the allotment, new exploration of the countryside, all fresh opportunities to engage with the beauty and the wonder of the world that God has made. We've also been reminded of the importance of the retail food chain, an extraordinary supply that kept stacking the shelves of our shops, but only because of the dedication of lots of workers behind the scenes here and also around the world. Recognition and appreciation of the work others do has increased, and that must be a good thing. However, climate change, the chaos wrought by floods and locusts, in addition to the pandemic, have had a much bigger impact on other countries than we've experienced here in the UK. And it's good for us to open our eyes to see that worldwide picture, rather than be trapped in an inward-looking, narrow vision. One way we can help one another to do that is to respond to this year's Bishop's Harvest Appeal. As with previous years, we're supporting two agencies which are both seeking to bring relief to those most affected by the COVID-19 crisis. Friends of the Holy Land and Tear Fund. However, there are two changes this year. Instead of dividing the receipts equally between both agencies, we're inviting givers to state their preference for one or the other or both. And secondly, for the first time this year, giving can be done online. Now, I know that for many, personal finances are really stretched. The same is true for many parishes. They seek to fund the costs of ministry and mission around the diocese. In October, I'm calling for 2 weeks of prayer, followed by 2 weeks of appeal for parishes to receive what they need to maintain their work at current levels. It was a challenge before the pandemic. It's now more serious. But as Christians, we look to others before ourselves, and a generous response to the Harvest Appeal this year will demonstrate that. It will also prepare the way for the appeal for parish funds. Let's respond as a Christian community to the grace and generosity of God by giving him and the work of the gospel access to the funds at our disposal to further the mission here and around the world. I often quote those words of King David in the Old Testament in the book of Chronicles, where he made a prophetic statement: "All things come from you, O Lord, and of your own have we given you." May our giving this autumn express the compassion of Jesus for those most in need of support, and help many to come to know and love him for themselves, both here in this great diocese of Blackburn and in other places around the world. May God bless our giving and our generosity. Thank you for listening.